I'll recognize myself for 5 minutes for the purpose of asking questions. Dr. Hayden, thank you for being here. In your remarks, you noted the work that's being done in particular on the visitor experience, in particular visitor experience master plan, VEMP, I think is the acronym for short. We're familiar with that and also some of the challenges. This VEMP began in 2019 with really good intentions to showcase the national treasures of the Library of Congress. And as you noted, there's a lot of national treasures at the Library of Congress. We came through in COVID, through inflation, rising construction costs, and some other challenges. When VEMP began, it was estimated to cost $60 million total, with $20 million coming from donors and $40 million paid from American taxpayers. Is that accurate from 2019? Yes. And then as the costs have shifted, it's now set to cost $90 million, $70 million of which would be from taxpayers. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And so just want to discuss the timeline, some of the challenges and noted with COVID and other things that have come up. Do you still anticipate VEMP being completed by 2027?
Definitely, and we have been really anxious to be able to work with the new architect of the Capitol to continue that progress that we've had, Thomas Austin. We're scheduled to make sure that we are able to make all of the deadlines, and so it's something that we're concerned about, but we think that we'll continue on the progress.
That's great. Do you think you have everything you need to be able to execute on the timeline that you have in front of you? I know we now have a new architect Capitol that's been in that position for a handful of weeks, who's ramping up. Do you feel like you have what you need to be able to execute on this?
The library has what it needs. The design elements have been worked out with the architect of the Capitol. We're now in the phase that it really is part of the architect of the Capitol's domain, preparing spaces for fabrication of cases that the library is responsible for. So that's the work that's going to be done now. And in fact, it started.
Thank you very much. I think we're all excited as the full project rolls out. I think it's a great opportunity for people to be able to come in and have access to a lot of the treasures that the Library of Congress has. Let me shift gears slightly. I know a lot of the LOC staff has been utilizing telework, in particular in a substantive shift since before the pandemic. Is that an accurate description?
Yes, and we have taken a rather different approach from some other agencies. We started, and we were the first legislative branch agency to open to the public. And we did a thorough examination from each position and determined how much telework would be appropriate, and we started basically from the bottom up and went. And so there's some positions that are more appropriate for telework, and others it's impossible to do.
Understood. What would be the building utilization rate then of the Madison and Adams building, say pre-COVID to today's environment with the utilization of telework?
The space utilization has been thoroughly examined as well, because we've had to make sure that we had spaces for staff members who are coming in at different times. And in the Madison building in particular, we are making sure that we have space for expansion of the collections, even though collections in the future will be coming in even more digitally. We still will have needs for physical collections like closed stacks.
So you're seeing a transition from areas inside both the Madison and Adams building that was previously utilized by individuals working on premises into collections?
And in fact, we have relocated and saved a $1 million plan to have a separate building for the National Library for the Blind. We've relocated them into the Adams building, and that was a great savings, also savings on rent that we were paying.
Do you know how much will be saved over that? I was going to ask you a question on, and you brought it up. Do you know what the savings will be by that relocation?
Well, immediately, the plan for a $100 million estimate of a new facility, and even looking at renovating a space that had been designated. And then, of course, the rent, which was in the millions of dollars a year. and had been a rental space for NLS for 50 years. So the savings is wonderful, and also the fact that we now can have more programming, and the people who use our NLS services are able to have access to other places in the library in Capitol Hill.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate your testimony. I yield back, and I'll recognize the ranking member for 5 minutes.